Guys, in today's video, I am going to show you at what temperature to bake chicken so it's perfectly juicy, crispy on the outside, all white inside, and no raw middles. Let me show you how. In this bag, I have chicken that I've been marinating with some olive oil, smoked paprika, salt, garlic. That's about it. But I have a ton of marinades for you both on this channel and on my blog, which I will link below this video so your chicken can come out juicy and flavorful. So I have a baking sheet with some parchment paper here, and I have chicken breasts today, but the tips I'm going to include for you are for whole roasted chicken, bone-in chicken, really every cut I will share with you so you can make a great chicken at home. So I'm just simply placing my chicken right onto my parchment paper, and again, I'm just discarding any of the juices. I'm gonna leave those in the bag. When you bake chicken, you do not put extra sauce on here. So these chicken breasts are going to be baked in the oven at 375 degrees. Now, the reason I like to start all chicken breasts at 375, but when you Google at what temperature to roast or what temperature to bake chicken, you're gonna get a whole bunch of different results. And the reason is because these chicken breasts are gonna be baked by themselves, so there are no other veggies around to account for. The idea of changing temperatures is the higher the temperature, the less time it goes in the oven. Now, I do not recommend going over 400 or 425 with any cut of chicken. Now, a whole chicken you can do at 400 degrees. I do have a video on how to roast a chicken, like a whole chicken with vegetables and all of that, which I will link right below. But I do want you to know that chicken breasts, the thicker they are, also the longer they're going to take to cook in the oven. Now, bone-in and skin-on chicken thighs, for example, or even wings, again, those are going to take a bit longer because they tend to be thicker, and that means that the oven temperature needs to go through the chicken meat, through the skin, and onto the bone, so your chicken is cooked through. So let's stick these in the oven and talk temperatures. While the chicken is baking in the oven, I do want to talk to you about a meat thermometer. I personally love this, which I'll link it right below the video, but the best way to make sure that your chicken is cooked through and done is to use a meat thermometer. This one allows me to stick in to the meat. White chicken meat is going to be at 165 Fahrenheit, and white meat means the breast. Usually, even if you're cooking a whole roasted chicken, you would poke the breast side. Dark meat is your wings, your thighs, and the underside of the chicken, and that is 175 Fahrenheit. A knife and a fork and slice it at the thickest part of the meat. Now, when you separate the meat, it should look all white, and there should be no line of pink or translucent colored meat. Now, that's how you know when all the meat is white, even though it's juicy, that is the chicken is cooked through. But again, invest in a super inexpensive thermometer. Maybe not today because you just found this video, but for next time, I'll have the link for you. If I had to pick an all-purpose temperature in which to set my oven, I would pick 375 Fahrenheit because I am not going to scorch my chicken, dry it out, or even burn the skin. I mean, honestly, if you're, again, kind of keeping an eye on it and following a recipe, I would say that 375 is a good way to go. And I know you just want me to tell you how long and at what temperature standard, but the thing is that not all chicken breasts are sliced the same. And if you butterfly a chicken breast, it's half the thickness. So although yes, chicken breasts would take anywhere between 35 and 45 minutes at 375, just depends on how thick your chicken breasts are. Now, chicken thighs will be 45 to 55 minutes, also until the internal temperature is 175. Hit that red subscribe button because you and I get to cook together a few times a week. See you next time.